Hi there, my name is Lucas Sassveld, and in this video I will be showing how to access the main components of the ALEKS program at Pathways High, and how you can look at some ALEKS basics in your students' ALEKS page. So parents do not have a unique login to go look at their students' ALEKS materials, so you will need to log in with your students' login credentials. So I have asked a parent to use one of their students for this video. So I will be logging in with Carrington's information. So the first thing that you're going to do is go to aleks.com up here and enter in your student's login and password information. We can give you this information as well. We have all of the students' logins and passwords. So if you can't get it from your student, you can reach out to us. We'd be happy to provide you with that information, but all students do have their login information. Okay, so I will log in here. You're going to enter that info. Do not want to save this password. Okay, so every time a student logs into ALEKS, this is what they will see right away. So right here is what the student has done this week. So the reason why I chose Carrington is because he is really awesome at knocking out all of his ALEKS topics. So I knew that I would see some good data here. So on Monday, we can see that Carrington did 2 topics and completed a knowledge check. Remember, those knowledge checks should take around 30 minutes, maximum of an hour spent on this. So Carrington spent 21 minutes on this. That's perfect. Please don't let your students get hung up on those knowledge checks, maximum of 1 hour. Then on Tuesday, he did 8 topics. On Wednesday, he completed 3 topics. On Thursday, it looked like he took a bit of a break, which is fine because we got these 8 here. And then today, Friday, he's done 6. So today's not even a school day and he's doing 6. So great work, Carrington. So this is the main page for that. If you would like to look at your student's ALEKS Pie, you can go here. But first, I'm going to show if you want to look at students' past progress. So this is this week's calendar. But if you want to look at past week's work, you can. It's just a little more clicking. So let's click on these 3 bars over here. We're going to go over to reports. And then we can click on this view timeline detail here. That will give us more. So now I can see all of Carrington's history since the beginning of the school year. If I click on a dot, it'll tell me how many topics he did that day. Additionally, I can go back into previous weeks all the way, like I said, until the start of the school year. So once again, great work, Carrington. You're doing awesome. Okay, I think that's it for the timeline. You can switch over to by month or by week. I think the month is probably the best one. I guess you could go week. This tells you each week separately, so that might be nice too. I'm going to go back home. All right, next I'm going to take a look at the ALEKS Pie. That's here. So sometimes when you click on the ALEKS Pie, it'll just be a number right here, which is not very helpful. But if you click on the number, it'll provide you with the student's pie percentage. So Carrington's current pie percentage is 26%. That's fine. By the end of the year, students should be at or above 75% in at least one ALEKS course. So if Carrington finishes this ALEKS course in January, then he'll have met that goal. He'll be at 75% or above, and then we'll start him in a new course after January. So then he wouldn't finish the year at or above 75 in that new course, but we want all students to be at or above 75% in one ALEKS course, at least one ALEKS course by the end of the year. We award credit based on every 20 percentage points. Students earn credit. They earn math credit, and students will earn a full year's worth of math credit once they reach that 75% threshold. They'll earn a proficient. If they work to 90% in their ALEKS Pie, they will earn a mastery credit in that course, which just shows up on your transcript as this one would be Integrated Math 1, and then we go through Integrated Math 3. If students are applying to a 4-year college, they need to finish Integrated Math 3 by the time they graduate from Pathways High. Also, let me see here. The pie percentage is important because it tells us how many students, how many topics a student should be completing each week. So I'm going to flip over to this chart. And what I'm going to ask is that you pause the video here and take a picture of this if you're able to. I'm going to wait 5 seconds. Otherwise, you can just pause the video and take a picture. This is the chart we use to create a general goal for students. It's not one size fits all. All of our students are different, but just a general idea of how many topics they should be completing per week based on where they're at in their pie. So right now, Carrington would be in this zone since it's still the beginning of the year. So we are hoping to see Carrington completing 17 or 18 topics per week. The reason why the topics go down is because as we progress through the ALEKS program, the topics get more difficult. If you've sat through a math class in your life, that seems to be the way traditional math classes go, is you start off in the year with the easier material, and then you end with that more difficult, deeper material. So once we get to that deeper level, 70 to 79, those topics take a considerable amount of time more to complete. So that's why we lower the amount of topics that students have to do, because these 8 topics for someone in this zone will take the same amount of time as doing 18 topics for someone in this zone. That's just based on the difficulty of the topics. So again, if you haven't yet, please take a picture of this so that you can use it to talk to your students about where they're at and what they should be working on, how many topics they should be doing each week.